What's up, everybody? So here we are, back at the house, the apartment. I decided that it was time for me to go ahead and make a personal altar. Back in Florida and before this big move to New Hampshire, I was always in a coven. So, and I had a home that had a circle room that had, which you all have seen, and it had a whole altar and everything else in it. So anytime I ever had to use an altar, I simply would go to, into the circle room and use the altar. That was always my altar. I've always been in covens. I was solitaire very briefly in my life. So that being said, I've always just had like a coven altar. It never really was a personal thing. I never really had a personal altar before. But being in the circumstance I'm in right now, so the other night I actually went to do a spell, and I did do a spell, and I realized I didn't have a place to work really. So I decided, you know what? Some of you have been telling me you should have a personal altar. You should have a personal altar, and I've been like, no. But you know what? Pink has a personal altar. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do one too. So why not? So I want to take you guys on this journey with me. Maybe get your input and, some of the things. I'm just going to kind of build it the way I want to build it, and then it'll probably grow. I'm sure it will grow as time goes. But I don't know. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it up. I'm going to give it a shot and, just do it. And like I said, I'm going to bring you guys along with me on the build. So I hope that you guys like this video. I usually don't do videos like this. I see them all the time with like altar tours and stuff like that, but I've never done one before because I never really, had an altar. So like I said, I figure I'll take you along with me and build one from scratch. So here we go. Let's do this. So there's one very important thing that always has to be done when you're starting off any witchcraft day, whether you're going to the woods to journey and be with the elements, or whether you're, doing whatever you got to do to make magic happen that day, which is a task and it's a journey. And there is one thing you must do: coffee. Yep. Starbucks, Dunks, whatever's going to do it for you. But coffee is a staple of the modern day witch. It is king of the elements. It is nectar of the gods, I do say. It is the nectar of the gods. And it must be done.
Good morning, what can I get for you?
I need to get a medium coffee with 6 sugars, 1 cream, and a turbo shot.
Medium hot with 6 sugar, 1 cream, and a turbo. Anything else?
That's it.
421 first window, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, man. So, cheers. So good. It's such a rainy, gray day, but gotta get this done. I actually like this kind of day. This is actually my kind of day. I like it when it's kind of rainy and dreary and dark like this. I don't know. I'm just weird, I guess. I bet there's a ton of you out there in YouTube land that also like this kind of day. Okay, so we went to, that was the Walmart. We're leaving Walmart now. And I've got to go to my storage trailer to get some of my old witchcraft stuff that I have there. I have a lot of tools there that I want to use for my altar. So I don't have to buy everything brand new. I get to use some of my older stuff. So on the way there, and I'll see you there. I gotta put my seatbelt on. Always put your seatbelt on, people. Always. Don't let me be a bad example. So I actually began to think about it and began to realize that a lot of the stuff that I want is actually in my studio. So let's take a walk in there and grab some things. So, like, I want these bowls. I want this candle holder. My Ellen of the Ways. Have to be very careful with that. What else do I want? You know, let's see. I think I'm gonna leave some stuff here. Oh, this bell. Totally need that. Let's see what else. I think. What about my incense burner? Do I have, yeah, it's right over here. I got a candle in it. Totally want this. Woohoo! Totally want that. What else do we got here? So I have that stuff. I don't really. I guess I need a chalice. I want my chalice. Man, I'm really tearing up the studio here. I'm like not gonna have anything cool left for the studio. Hey, what's that? Oh shit. You can't walk by the Jim Beam without taking a squig. Yum. Love that stuff. I think it's the honey. Let's see, what else? Should I bring this sword? You know what? No, it's gonna take up too much room. I don't need the sword. I'm not gonna bring my bowling either. Yeah. I think that this might do it for now. You know what? I'm gonna bring this horn too. I'm gonna bring this chalice. For a chalice, yep. Huh. I'm gonna have to rebuild my studio background again, so it looks cool. Oh, alright. Well, there you have it. That's what I'm gonna start with. I love this dragon. Did you guys ever notice when I'm doing these videos, the dragons that sit above my head? Huh. Bet you didn't. Go back and look at the last couple. Alright. I think that's gonna be it for right now. Yep. Alright, so we are pulling into the trailer now. My storage trailer, because I think there's probably a few other little things. If I dig through some boxes, I can maybe find a couple of other little things. If nothing else, stuff to put back in the studio. Let's see. big black trailer right here on the right is mine. Well, little black trailer. It says Witch's Mark on it. Witch's Mark! Alright, let's check this out. Jump in there and see what we got. The Witch's Mark trailer. Those look good old days. Let's see what we get here. Oh yeah. This is looking nice. Alright, I'm gonna have to start slamming through some of this stuff. Love that dragon head. What's all this stuff? Oh, man. I got all kinds of witchcraft goodies in here. Be it Book of Shadows, BOS's. What's this stuff? Oh man, this mask is cool. I love this mask. Man, I'm gonna take some of this stuff for sure. This is a whole bunch of photography and videography equipment. Yule stuff. I'll put the horned god on there real quick. Oh man, all kinds of stuff in here. I think that's all my herbs and everything in that box. More photography, videography junk. That cauldron, I love that cauldron. Yep. So, oh man, this is cool. So this is actually a saxophone that I bought a long time ago. It's a wood saxophone. It's actually really cool. I never learned how to play it, but you know, it's super cool. What do we got here? Oh man, so this is this is actually a game that I made years ago. Holy mackerel! These are the pieces that you would use. And it was kind of like a trivia game. I kind of ripped off trivia. This is the dice that I made that you would throw, and it would be a colored dice, and you would end up picking a color. And there was basically, then I have these, which is, as you can see, blue equals history of witchcraft, black equals divination, yellow equals within and without the circle, red equals spellcrafting, and green equals beliefs and traditions. And each one of these are all cards, trivia cards that I made up myself. These are the pegs you would use. So you would take, every time you got one right. So mainly I made this for my students, like as a way for them to learn things. And like every time you would get one right, you would place a peg in the pentagram. You know, I think you played like, I think I had 6 players. You could play up to 6 players and everything. So sometimes I would team them up. Let's pull a question. Let's see. If we're going off of these things, let's do within and without the circle, yellow. These are always fun. It's kind of weird. Let's see, try to pull one without getting the answer. Let's see. Man, these things are all mixed up. So when a covenant leaves a coven to start their own, this is called, does anybody know the answer to that? Traditionally, it's called hiving. Let's see if I was right. Hiving off. So yeah, so I actually made this game. I actually had to type all these questions out and all the answers, and I made these little cards. Put a lot of time into it, but it's an awesome tool for when you're coming up with students in your coven to play this game every once in a while, this trivia game, and it's all about witchcraft. That you know, it helps teach them, you know. Let's pull one more card just for fun. Let's do green for beliefs and traditions. Let's see. The spirits that personify the 4 elements are called, I actually have a video about this. I think it's the elementals. The elementals. Yep. Very cool. Of course I'm going to know the answer to most of these because I actually made the game, so I had to write the questions and the answers. So, but it's a great game. It was really fun to play. And we're going to put it all back in here now. Alright, I'm going to go through this stuff, and I'm going to pick out some things that I want to either, one, take back to the studio to fill the gap of what I just took from the studio, or things I want to put on my altar maybe. but some of this stuff I can't show you, especially in those boxes right there. So because you know the whole Gardnerian tradition thing. But so yeah, I'm gonna go through these things and I'll jump right back to you. Okay, got everything I needed out of the trailer. Now let's see. I'm gonna head back to the studio real quick and drop off a couple of things because I found some really cool stuff. And then I'm going to continue forward with my altar building mission. So let's get to it. So I realized that my altar table is a little too small, the surface of it, the top of it, for what I usually like. So I'm coming to Home Depot to get a round piece of wood that I can make a bigger top, basically. So get in here and try this out. What's up, everybody? So we are here now finally for the altar setup itself, and I got everything gathered, I got everything situated, and I got everything sitting here on the floor in front of me so that we can go ahead and do this altar put together thingamajigger. Alright, so I'm just going to explain what I have and what I'm doing, and we'll just go for it. Hopefully, I've never done this before, like in this situation where like with this kind of video where I'm like having to like go back and forth to the altar and kind of show you guys things. So I'm gonna do the best I can. It's just kind of awkward the way it is, but you know, we'll get to it. Okay, so for starters, I wanted to explain something. So when I set up an altar, I like split it down the middle, and the left side is the god and the right side is the goddess. With everything I do. This is the way my tradition works it. So that's how I'm going to do my personal altar too. So I guess I can start off by actually, I guess, placing the god and goddess. So I have a god statue here, which is, I guess, like a Karinanos, a horned god. So he's going to go over here on the left, and then I have my goddess statue here, which is a typical fertility moon goddess. So I'm sorry for looking up every once in a while. I'm looking at the monitor so I can see what it looks like, what I'm holding, see if it's in focus. So this is my goddess statue, so we're going to put her over here on the right hand side. Alright, so I've got another goddess statue here that I just love. Her name is Ellen of the Ways. And I just love this goddess. Like, it's the one horn goddess I know of. She's got one horn. She's kind of beat up, but it's one that I received, and she's fallen a couple of times, but I always keep her around. So I'll probably get a new one eventually, but this is what we're gonna work with right now. I'm gonna put her like so. Okay, I guess I can go ahead and place the candlesticks now, but the candles. So I got these. They were both in bronze, and then I painted this one, as you saw, silver for the goddess. So I'm gonna go ahead and place it. The silver one, like I said, is for the goddess. The copper or brass one, whatever this is the gold one is for the god. So we'll put these here and here on the altar. Alright, so what else do we got here? So I also have, for the God side of the altar, I like to use, I have these horns that I've always used. That I actually got from my brother and my dad back in the day. They were actually hunters. So this is actually a deer that they had gotten at one point. So we're going to put this like this on the God side. All right. I have a silver and orange candle here for the god and for the goddess that we'll put into the candle holders appropriately. Hence, obviously I'll light those up when I'm working at the altar, when I invite the god and goddess to come. And again, I really don't believe in a specific god and goddess. I personally believe in a masculine and feminine force. And I actually was out looking today. They have these like penis and these vagina candle that I love, and I was actually going to put them on my altar. Obviously the penis would go on the god side, the vagina on the goddess side, and I have to order them, so I'm not going to be able to put them on until later. Like I said, this altar is going to be growing all the time anyhow, I'm sure, just like everybody else's altar does. But either way, so I also have another candle that I like to put up. It usually goes in the middle right here, and this is just a personal personal candle that I put up that's for my own worship. And I won't get into detail about it, but it's a big red candle that I like to put up in the middle between the god and goddess. And I use that again as like an honoring type deal for a personal thing. And there's one more candle I put on my altar, and this is a working candle with this little silver piece that I bought. So as you saw, on the candle holders that I had here, I actually bought them from a thrift store. So I had to sage them real good and turn around and also, I think I explained it already, but, and I also consecrated them in my own way. So also in my practice, I use a bell. I mainly use this for, also for consecrating things and for clearing. So I love this bell, and this is, to me, this is associated with the goddess, so I kind of keep it over here on the goddess's side. Alright, so then we've got these two cute little bowls that they basically contain salt and water. This one has water, this one has salt. Okay, so salt goes on the god side, the water goes on the goddess side. Mainly because salt is of the earth and that's of the god. For me, anyhow. And then the water goes over there on the god side. I also have this chunk of amethyst that I've gotten over the years that I always love to keep on my altars. So I usually put that in the middle, over here by this candle that I keep in the middle, a devotion candle. Alright, and also every witch, I don't like to blow out my candles, I like to snuff them out. So I got this handy dandy little candle snuffer that I'll usually just keep right here. Okay, so everybody always has, also one more thing here, the incense burner. This is mine that I've had for years. I made it, I put this chain on it so that I could swing it when I'm going around circle and, sense and, everything that needs to be sensed and whatnot, whether it's people or the circle or whatever. But it's this little cauldron with this chain attached to it. Comes in really handy. Had this for, I'd say about 25 years. I've had this same incense burner. This goes on the god side. Salt and water, incense, and fire is the four elements that are on the altar. And the incense and fire go on the god side. the salt stays on the god side and the water goes on the goddess side. And the salt pretty much isn't used anymore. Once it's on the altar, it's kind of just there. The salt water actually becomes the holy water, the one that's on the goddess side, and that's what's used to bless everything. So like for instance, after I cast a circle or somebody casts a circle, they'll go around and consecrate that circle by walking around with the salt and water, in that one bowl, because it's already been, consecrated. And then they'll walk around with the incense burner, which is the fire and earth, or sorry, fire and air, and consecrate the circle. So those two items will be used to consecrate the circle. Usually I have a box of incense on the altar too. I don't have that with me today, but that'll end up going on the altar too, a little box of incense. Also, a thing I like to keep on my altar is a pentacle. I have a wooden one that I'm probably going to end up using, but I have this one for now. The wooden one, I gotta find it. It's somewhere in the trailer. I can't really find it, but I'm going to end up using it. But in the meantime, I'm going to use this pentacle, which is going to go right here, center of the altar. So I have my athame, which I have black tape over the symbols on my athame. The reason I put the black tape is because there's symbols there that are oath bound, that I can't show the world. And I didn't feel like spending the time to blur it out in the video, so I just went ahead and put black tape on them for now. But yeah, this is the athame that I lost, and I found it, so I'm so happy I found it. And this I'll usually put just like this on my altar. And also got a chalice that I'll keep, which is this horn. Let me see if I can get it in the frame. Yeah, it's this horn here, and it comes with this little holder, so I'll just put this in here. And this is going to go on the altar as well. And the cup goes on the goddess side as well. Already the altar is becoming quite crowded, so I have one more thing I need to put on there, and this is this vase that I have, this little vase, and this is gonna hold flowers of whatever choice I decide whenever I happen to do something, but it's gonna go back here. And the flowers are there because, to be honest, so anytime, they're obviously there to beautify the altar and things like that, but in my belief, the reality is that anytime you're doing a ritual or magic in that sense, there's sacrifice involved. And he's saying that we really don't want to deal with, blood sacrifice for that much. These flowers act as a sort of sacrifice at the same time as one. They kind of have a couple-fold process. One, as an honoring to the gods. It's also a sacrifice because they're cut flowers. They're gonna die. Their life force is waning. It's moving. It's going away since from the moment you cut them and put them in the vase. So they're not gonna live. And it's sort of like a small sacrifice in that sense that goes with magic and ritual, that a lot of times people don't realize that a lot of times when it comes to like some of these things, like with it's the darker side of things. It's that simple. A lot of people don't understand that is a sort of sacrifice when you put those those flowers on the altar. A lot of people don't see it that way, or they never got it and never learned about it, but it's a reality, and it is what it is. It's part of it, come in a week later, the flowers are gone and you have to bury them, put them to earth. But not everybody will see it that way too at the same time. Your option, your opinion, your situation, whatever you want to believe or see it. Just in my tradition, the way I see it, that is, those flowers are not only just to put up to beautify the altar and to honor the gods, it's also a sacrifice to honor the gods in that sense. So this is the altar, set up as it is. I feel like I'm forgetting something. but I don't think I am. Just the incense box. So this is the altar. Let me bring you up closer to it. That's it. That's my new personal altar. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me in this adventure, and I look forward to using my altar. And thank you for all those people out there that encouraged me to go ahead and put up a personal altar finally. I'm really excited about it, and I know it's gonna grow, and I'm gonna, love it as I go along. So super cool, and thank you. And I'll talk to you guys in a bit.